Hola, hi friends, welcome to another session with Spanish. In the last session, we have learned to say the numbers in hundreds. Remember, have you practiced these numbers in Spanish? The best way to practice is to write down your expenditure every day in Spanish and see how much money you are left with. So, practice the numbers, and we have also learned how to answer a series of questions regarding information about oneself, about one's name, one's profession, and later on how to talk about where one comes from using verbs like llamarse, dedicarse, ser, and we have also learned the verb tener, which is to have. We have learned to say about our age, that is to say, I am so many years old. Tengo 20 años. And at the end of last session, you were introduced to the verb estar, which was about the state of being, the verb to talk about how you are. Today, we begin with a small conversation between Anand, Sue and Fernando, who have gone to Madrid to do a summer course in Spanish. Remember Anand from our earlier conversations. So, Anand, Sue and Fernando. Hola Anand. Sue greets Anand. Fernando also joins in and both of them say, Hola, me llamo Anand. ¿Y tú? Fernando says, me llamo Fernando. Sue says, me llamo Sue. Suchin. Anand says, mucho gusto. Sue says, encantada. Anand y Fernando, ¿de dónde sois? Anand y Fernando, ¿de dónde sois? Sue asks them. Anand replies saying, soy de la India. Soy de la India. Y Fernando says, oh, de la India. Qué bien. Soy de la Habana, Cuba. And asks Sue, ¿de dónde eres tú? Sue, ¿de dónde eres tú? Soy de China. So we get it that Sue is from China. Anand says, qué bien, somos de diferentes países. Somos de diferentes países. Sue asks Fernando, ¿cuántos amigos españoles tienes tú, Fernando? ¿Cuántos amigos españoles tienes tú, Fernando? Tengo muchos amigos. Mi abuela es de España. Mi abuela es de España. Ah, sí, yo no tengo amigos españoles. Yo solo tengo amigos chinos. ¿Y tú, Anand? Anand says, yo sí tengo unos amigos españoles. So, have you noticed in the above conversation that Fernando, who is from Cuba, says he has many Spanish friends, muchos amigos españoles. Do you know why? He says, mi abuela es de España. You know, es de España is from Spain. Who is from Spain? Fernando's grandmother, mi abuela. Abuela is grandmother. Mi abuela is my grandmother. So Fernando says, mi abuela es de España. You have also noticed Anand saying unos amigos españoles. Unos amigos, some friends. There's another expression, que bien. Que bien, que bien. Que bien is how nice, how nice. So, in today's session, we shall learn articles, definite and indefinite, some expressions with que, like que bien, we have seen, and we will explore how much more we can say with que. Amigos españoles, we have also learnt amigos españoles, Spanish friends. In the last session, we have seen how to say from Spain, I am from Spain. So, now Spanish friends. So, Spain, Spanish. Spain is the country, Spanish is the nationality. So, we will also learn some of these nationalities. Like you say, ¿de dónde eres? Yo soy de España, I am from Spain. And you will say, soy español, I am Spaniard, I am a Spanish person. So, español is the nationality. So, when you say nationality, you say yo soy de, soy de. Soy will take the nationality, soy de will take country. We will do that in detail a little later. Firstly, let us learn the articles in Spanish. We know that there are definite and indefinite articles. In English, the definite article is the, and the indefinite articles are a and an. Let us first learn the definite article. In Spanish, as we have said, that all nouns are masculine or feminine, singular or plural. The definite article in Spanish are, there are 4 of them, because unlike English, you have masculine singular, feminine singular, masculine plural and feminine plural. El is the masculine singular definite article and la is the feminine singular definite article. The corresponding plural are los for masculine and las for feminine. So, you have el chico, la chica, los chicos, las chicas, and if we look at the equivalent in English, it is all the boy, the girl, the boys and the girls. But in Spanish, for each gender and number, there is a different word. El alumno, la alumna, los alumnos, las alumnas. Let's practice with some more words. Libro, libro is book, book is masculine. El libro, los libros. Casa is feminine, casa is house is feminine. La casa and las casas. El director, la directora, los directores and las directoras. So, I hope you got them. El is for masculine, la for feminine, los for masculine plural and las for feminine plural. The indefinite articles a and an and some, like for plural in English, un is used for masculine singular. For example, to say a book, you say un libro, and some books would be unos libros, un libro, unos libros, and a house will be una casa, and some houses would be unas casas. You have noticed that the plural form in Spanish is made by adding a suffix s if it ends with a vowel and es if it ends with a consonant. Unos, unas, una. So, we now have el, la, los, las as definite articles, una, unos, unas as indefinite articles. So, you can practice with the words that we give you in the glossary by putting the appropriate article depending on the case, that is masculine or feminine, singular or plural. Now, the next part we will learn about the nationalities. From the conversation above that we have seen in the beginning between Juan, Fernando, Anand and Sue, let us now focus on the structure of amigos españoles. Amigos españoles. Amigos, you know, friends. Amigos españoles, Spanish friends. For a question asked to Juan about his nationality, he can say, yo soy de España or soy español. The structure therefore would be the verb ser plus the preposition de plus the name of the country, as in the case of Sue es de China, Fernando es de Cuba, Anand es de la India, somos de la India, Yusuf es de Pakistán, Rafael y Concha son de México, etc. Instead of the names of the countries, you could use their nationalities. Sue is Chinese. Instead of saying Sue is from China, you say Sue is a Chinese girl. Rafael and Concha are Mexicans. In Spanish, the nationalities also agree in gender and number. Please remember that in Spanish, the masculine gender is denoted by O at the end of the word and A for feminine, and S is suffix to is added to make it plural, and ES if it ends in a consonant. Here I shall read out some of the countries and their nationalities in masculine, singular and plural, feminine, singular and plural. Japón, you know, is Japan. So, somebody from Japón would be japonés and japonesa. Japonés, japonesa, japoneses. Since it is ending with a consonant S, to make it plural, you add es, japoneses. Whereas in the feminine form, japonesa, since it ends with in a vowel, you just add s, japonesas. Mexico, Mexico, mexicano, mexicanos, mexicanas. Rusia, ruso, rusa, rusos, rusas. Bolivia, boliviano, boliviana, bolivianos, bolivianas. Brazil, Brazil is a little different. Brasileño, brasileño, brasileña, brasileños, brasileñas. Uruguay, uruguayo, uruguaya, uruguayos, uruguayas. Somebody from Venezuela is venezolano. No, es venezolano. Venezolano, venezolana, venezolanos, venezolanas. And another Spanish country, Guatemala, would be guatemalteco, guatemalteca, guatemaltecos, guatemaltecas. Similarly, you have with every country, Asian, European, they are different nationalities and you can learn them from the glossary. For example, Francia is francés, francesa, franceses, francesas. And you know what is Germany called? Alemania. Alemán, alemanes, alemana, alemanas. India, you say indio, India. Nosotros somos indios. Always remember that when you write, the names of the countries are always written with a capital letter in the beginning, but the nationalities you always write in small letter in Spanish. So remember this and practice them with more countries. Now let us look at the expression que bien. Que bien, how nice. This is a very important expression, isn't it? Que bien. When you want to say something nice, you'll say how nice, que bien. Now, there are a series of such expressions. Que guapa, que guapa, que interesante, que interesante, que grande, que grande, que malo, que malo, que inteligente, que inteligente. You can guess some of these words, right? ¿Verdad? Right? Interesante, inteligente. You know? Yeah, they are absolutely same as in English. Interesante, interesting. Inteligente, intelligent. They are the same as in Spanish. Have you noticed that these expressions have que? And the other word, interesante, inteligente, guapa, malo, etc., they are the adjectives. Have you also noticed one interesting thing here? That whenever there is an exclamation like que bien, how nice, or ¿cómo te llamas? What's your name? You have an inverted exclamation and an interrogation at the beginning of the sentence in written form. In the oral form, it is the intonation that denotes that it's an interrogation or an exclamation, whereas in the written form, you have an inverted exclamation and an inverted question mark. This is something very specific to Spanish. So please do not forget to put an inverted exclamation or a question mark when you make these sentences. Let us now look at how the adjective functions in Spanish. You know very well that an adjective is a word which describes a noun or a pronoun. In Spanish, the adjectives agree with nouns, that is, if a noun is masculine singular, the adjective has the masculine singular form, and the adjective is feminine, it has the feminine adjective form and the corresponding masculine plural and the feminine plural. Let us look at these micro conversations to understand the adjectives better. Anand asks Juan, Juan, ¿tienes un diccionario de español? Juan, ¿tienes tú un diccionario de español? Sí, tengo un diccionario pequeño. Un diccionario pequeño, a small dictionary. Juan replies. Do you understand here? Un diccionario pequeño, pequeño. And Juan is asking Anand, Anand, Nueva Delhi es una ciudad pequeña, ¿no? Nueva Delhi es una ciudad pequeña, ¿no? Anand says, no, Juan, Nueva Delhi no es una ciudad pequeña. Delhi es una ciudad muy grande. Una ciudad pequeña, un diccionario pequeño. So we have pequeño, pequeña. And Juan says, vale, Madrid y Nueva Delhi son ciudades grandes, no son ciudades pequeñas. So you have pequeña, pequeñas, ciudad pequeña, ciudades pequeñas. Un diccionario pequeño, un diccionario pequeño, unos diccionarios pequeños. Diccionario pequeño. Diccionarios pequeños. Libro caro, libros caros. Libro, book, caro, expensive. Un libro caro, unos libros caros. You can practice the indefinite articles, the noun with the adjective singular and plural. Falda, corta, falda, skirt. Corta is short, faldas, cortas, short skirts. You can practice these with other nouns which are there in the glossary. In the last session, you were introduced to the verb tener, to ask about age. There are several expressions with tener, and let us learn some of them today. Tener is the verb to have, and you remember the conjugation. Tengo, tienes, tiene, tenemos, tenéis, tienen. And each time you are introduced to the verb, you just follow the paradigm of yo, tú, él, ella, usted, nosotros, vosotros, ustedes, ellos, ellas. So each time we introduce a verb, we will just conjugate it as per this order or paradigm. So please remember that. So we have learned the verb tener, and in the beginning of the session, Fernando, while having a conversation with Anand and Sue, says, tengo muchos amigos españoles. I have many Spanish friends. You have learned to say have. Tengo muchos libros. I have many books. ¿Tienes la clase de español hoy? ¿Tienes la clase de español hoy? Do you have the Spanish class today? At this juncture, I would like to draw your attention to the Spanish grammar. There is something very specific here. When you say Spanish class in English, in Spanish you don't say español clase, but you use a preposition de, which means of or from, and say clase de español, that is Spanish class, and literally means class of Spanish, meaning Spanish class. So I repeat, ¿tienes clase de español hoy? Do you have Spanish class today? You say, sí, Tenemos. Yes, we have. Yes, we do have. Si tengo o sin tenemos. Yes, I have or we do have. How would you say Spanish book? Libro de español. Or Spanish novels. Novelas de español. Juan's professor would be el profesor de Juan. El profesor de Juan. So you use this preposition de, like if you say Anand's book would be el libro de Anand, or if you want to say Gabriel Garcia Marquez's novels would be las novelas de Gabriel Garcia Marquez, or for example Neruda's poems, the famous poet Pablo Neruda, los poemas de Neruda, etc. How would you ask Juan if he has Marquez's novels? You would say, Juan, ¿tienes novelas de Márquez? ¿Tienes novelas de Márquez? Sí, sí, tengo la novela famosa 100 años de soledad. What is he saying? Yes, I do have his famous novel 100 Years of Solitude. Another expression with the verb tener is tener tiempo. Tener tiempo is to have time. Like if you want to ask somebody, do you have time, which means are you free, in the sense I need to talk to you, do you have some time? You will say tienes tiempo. Tienes tiempo. In an informal situation, you are asking a friend if he or she has time. And in a formal situation, like you are asking a teacher, you will say, Profesora, ¿tiene usted tiempo? Do you have time? And the profesora, suppose if she has time, she says, sí, sí. Yes, of course. Por supuesto, of course. Or the profesora can say, no tengo tiempo. I'm busy. Estoy ocupada. I'm busy. Estoy ocupada. Now, you remember this is from the verb estar, which is to be, and you have learned that estar is used to say you are fine, estoy bien. Here you are also learning to say I am busy. So this is another use of estar. In the next session, we shall learn more about the differences of ser and estar and look at some more expressions with tener and some more verbs. For now, ya está. This is it. Adiós. Hasta luego. Muchas gracias. Thank you.